What is going on, Arizona sports fan family? How are we doing out here today on this Tuesday afternoon? And I know you guys are already asking, Mike, what the heck is on your face, man? What is going on? Ladies and gentlemen, let me just address this right now. Yes, I have a mustache. Yes, I am fully aware that my beard isn't here. I lost the bets on my other channel, so this is why I have said mustache. So just FYI, it's not a different person. It's me under the beard. I'm hoping that it's going to be growing back here pretty soon. But ladies and gentlemen, we are here to talk some Arizona Cardinals and obviously the trade deadline and the lack of moves that the Arizona Cardinals did not make, ladies and gentlemen. And I know already I am in the Twitter world. I am in the Instagram world as well. And a lot of fans are not happy with the lack of moves that have been done from this organization right now. Currently, right now, the Arizona Cardinals are sitting 3-5 in the 3-5 in the 2022 season, and we're 2 games away from first place, or at least being in first place. And the Arizona Cardinals decided, no, don't do anything. We don't need to do anything at all. We are fine. And honestly, I am not happy. I'm not happy with what we are seeing here. And I just realized that I spelled mustache wrong. So let me go ahead and put that here right now again. It's crazy, y'all. It is crazy. I want to hear what you guys are feeling like. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this whole situation, because me specifically, I'm a little upset. Now, if you guys watched my video yesterday, I did end up talking about maybe I don't think that the Arizona Cardinals are in a big play for, like, Bradley Chubb, Josh Allen, any of those big name players. I don't think the Arizona Cardinals were in play for that, right? But I do believe that the Arizona Cardinals had an opportunity to get a player, right? Maybe somebody on the offensive line, maybe somebody that would be able to help. We've been dying for so long, not dying, but we've been like screaming on top of a soapbox to get another cornerback. We've been screaming on top of a soapbox to fix this offensive line. And Steve Keim decided to do nothing with this trade deadline. And I'm honestly kind of to the point where, like, I'm not extremely pissed off. Look, I'm mad. Like, I'm mad, but I'm also not extremely mad, because this gives me confidence, right? This gives me confidence that, hey, maybe they didn't make a move because this might be the last year of Steve Keim and, Cliff Kingsbury. So if that's the case, and that's going to be, the light at the end of the tunnel, I'll absolutely take it. I'll absolutely take it. Now, I think in this situation here, for the Arizona Cardinal fans that are kind of, sitting here waiting, twiddling their thumbs since, 9 a.m., 7 a.m., hoping that the Arizona Cardinals were going to make a move and they just didn't, I'm sorry, right? I apologize. I did truly believe that the Arizona Cardinals could have made something happen, but I guess they just didn't feel like it was necessary. They just absolutely didn't feel like it was necessary. Now let me get to this super chat, this contribution here real quick from AZ Fan 1998. He says, "Fire Keim right now. This is ridiculous." I agree. I mean, I agree. Guys, we are 2 games away. We are 2 games away from the NFC West, right? Now, if you ask anybody else outside this fan base, if you ask a Seahawk fan, if you ask a 49er fan, if you ask the Rams fans, they're not going to say that the Arizona Cardinals are in contention, right? We're the last that they would think that would take the West. Like, let's be obvious. Let's be honest here. The only people think that we have a chance are Cardinal fans, right? When was the last time you guys talked to a Rams fan, a Seahawk fan, or a 49er fan saying, oh, yeah, well, you guys will definitely win the West? Nah, they're looking at us like little brothers right now. That's what they're looking at us at right now. And of course, the Arizona Cardinals didn't make a move. Now, granted, yes, the Rams didn't make a move. I think the Seahawks did make a move. Now, we did have a move made by the 49ers, obviously last Thursday, or when we had our Thursday night football game. They ended up trading for McCaffrey, and what a huge pickup that was for the 49ers, right? Because he's already producing. What happened to the Arizona Cardinals trades, right? We got Cody Ford. Cody Ford came out here and has only really showed up because of an injury. Cody Ford, right? Only showed up because of an injury. He's okay. Robbie Anderson. A lot of people were kind of scratching their head, right? What the heck is going on? Robbie Anderson, what the heck? And then we kind of adapted, and we're like, okay, cool, no worries. Robbie Anderson has done nothing for the Arizona Cardinals so far in 2 games. Last week, Last week, AJ Green outsnapped, out-repped Robbie Anderson. Why the heck did we trade for him if we're not going to use him? Trayvon Mullen? What the heck is going on? Trayvon Mullen is a fourth-string cornerback. Because in their eyes, he's not better than Marco Wilson. So the trades that the Arizona Cardinals have done so far in the 2022 season, more than not, we have done nothing with those trades. Nothing. Now, granted, yes, we did trade for Marquise Hollywood Brown. He's a fantastic pickup for the Arizona Cardinals, getting rid of our first-round pick. Yes, he was doing great. Yes, he was doing wonders. Unfortunately, he got hurt. Cody Ford, it's still really too early to tell what's going to happen with Cody Ford, but as of right now, he's just a piece, right? He's a piece that's sitting there because Justin Pugh got hurt. He's a piece that's sitting there because Justin Pugh got hurt. Trayvon Mullen, nothing. Robbie Anderson, nothing. You look at the 49ers trading for McCaffrey, and McCaffrey had a huge game last week. A huge game. I was hoping that we would at least trade AJ Green. Why are we keeping him? For what? For what? What are we keeping him for? Now, there was a conversation that ended up, there was a question that was asked to Cliff Kingsbury. Do you believe that there's going to be a trade, right? Do you believe that there's going to be a trade happening for the Arizona Cardinals? And he came up and said something along the lines of, oh, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if something happened, right? Gave us some false expectations, gave us some false hope that we can possibly get a trade in this trade deadline. We're 2 games away from the West, ladies and gentlemen, 2 games. And right now, Steve Keim has told you guys, we don't need to do anything. This is the roster we're going to be winning a Super Bowl with. That's what they just went ahead and told us. We don't need to do anything. This is the roster that's going to win us a Super Bowl. That's what they told us. We know darn well that this roster is not 100% ready to go. We knew this in the offseason. We all talked about it. In free agency, we were sitting twiddling our thumbs. What's going on? Why haven't we upgraded? We've regressed since last year. We were a 7-0 team last year, 7-0. Now we're sitting at 3-5. And then we got 3 division back-to-back games. Woo! The Seahawks, the Rams, the 49ers. You tell me what your level of confidence is in this Arizona Cardinal team right now. You let me know in the comments below what your level of confidence is in this Arizona Cardinal team, because right now I have very, very little expectations for this Arizona Cardinal team. Although, yes, I will still be watching. Yes, it's still my team, 110%. But I truly did believe that we were going to at least make something happen. Give us a crumb. Give us something. Throw a bone. Throw a penny in a wishing well. Something, Keim. Everybody has been questioning your moves. Everybody has been asking, what are you doing for this Arizona Cardinal team? And you did nothing in the trade deadline. Nothing. We couldn't even salvage a pick from AJ Green. And I think somebody's told me along the lines that, hey, I think they used AJ Green last week because, they wanted to show other teams that he still has it. Newsflash, ladies and gentlemen, AJ Green doesn't have anything. AJ Green is bad. Release him now. Give the reps over to Robbie Anderson. AJ Green should not be on the same field as DeAndre Hopkins, Rondell Moore, and Greg Dortch. Release him. What's the point? Let me get to Terry here real quick. Appreciate the super chat. He says, where's Mike? MII like our team. Love the stash. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, Terry. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. If you guys don't know, read this banner here in terms of why I have a mustache. I lost a bet. Simple as that. If you guys want to know a little bit more on the bet, go to the NFC West Network. We're going to go live today at 6 p.m. It is in the description of this video if you are curious in terms of why the heck I have a mustache on my face right now. Just FYI. Let's continue to talk about this. Let's continue to talk. Because as of right now, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look to see what you guys are saying out there. Now, if you guys weren't aware, I put a lot of polls up, right, on my channel, on my community post on YouTube. We have a little tab that's called the community post where, I try to engage with you guys, put poll questions, stuff like that. I had a poll posted up earlier today. Now, it's only been up for 5 hours, only 5 hours. But I asked you guys, and over 500 people voted on this poll. And this is the level of, I guess, confidence that our fan base has in this Arizona Cardinal organization right now. And I still don't believe why the Arizona Cardinals didn't make a move. I don't get it. But here it is. Truth be told, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. This is my question to you guys. How many games do you see the 2022 Arizona Cardinals winning? Those are our options. And we had 56% of you guys say 5 to 7 wins. 5 to 7 wins, ladies and gentlemen. That's not going to get us a playoff spot. Let me tell you that right now. That is not going to get us a playoff spot. At all. And yes, I'm mad. 100% I'm mad. Because deep down, I truly do believe that this division is still open. It is. I mean, technically on paper with 9 games left. Now, can the Arizona Cardinals do it? That's a different question for a different day, right? But technically, the Arizona Cardinals are still in it. They are. And all I can say is this right now, ladies and gentlemen, because this is the absolute truth here. And you guys don't need to agree with me on this whole situation, but this is where it's at right now. Fire Keim. I know a lot of people are saying things like, well, why are we going to fire Keim? Can we fire Cliff first? Well, Cliff is just a domino effect. Cliff is just a puppet. That's all it is. You want to cut you want to cut it from the top. You got to cut it from the top. And that's like Hydra. You got to cut it from the top. Getting rid of Cliff is not going to do anything because we still have the person making the decisions, and that's Keim. So I agree with what you're saying. With the people who are saying, can we get rid of Cliff first? Yes, I'm cool with that. That's fine. My main motive and my main drive here is I am tired of watching Keim destroy this organization. I'm tired of watching Keim, have this terrible culture. Players like Patrick Peterson, players like the Honey Badger, players like, Larry Fitzgerald, players like, Calais Campbell, not wanting to come back to the Arizona Cardinals. I'm tired of it. Tired of it. Getting rid of Cliff is not going to do anything if the guy at the top is still making the decisions. And that means the trades that he's going to, I'm sorry, not the trade. That means the draft picks. Because let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen, the draft picks, the moment that Steve Keim gives you something, people eat it in a platter. I've seen it. I've been doing this podcast for 3 or 4 years now, and I've seen it all the time. We all talk about it. Everybody. We're like, this is what the Arizona Cardinals need. What does Steve Keim do? He goes the opposite polar way, and he has an interview, and then he gives you all this crap to talk about. And then everybody buys into it. Oh, yeah. Trey McBride. Oh, my God. He can't believe he was still on the board. Oh, my God. Trey McBride. Let's go. Stop with the rubbish. Stop. Open your eyes. This man needs to be let go. He needs to get fired. And I don't care that he's got a 5-year extension. Michael Bidwill needs to eat it. Michael Bidwill needs to absolutely eat it. He does. This is on Michael Bidwill for prematurely extending people. Prematurely extending people. And I know somebody's going to say, well, what about Kyler Murray? Well, at this very moment, I mean, you might be right on that too. You might be right on that too. I still have a little hope and faith that Kyler Murray can do better with another head coach. But as of right now, I can, right? I could be wrong. But Michael Bidwill completely prematurely gave extensions to Steve Keim as well as Cliff Kingsbury. And what happened? We're a 3-5 team. 3-5 team. Do you remember what Cliff Kingsbury said 3 or 4 weeks ago, ladies and gentlemen? Cliff Kingsbury told everybody that whatever it takes to win, he's going to do. And somebody asked him, does that mean, letting go of play calling? He said, yes. Whatever it takes to win, he told us. Whatever it takes. What happened? The Saints game came up. He did good. We demolished the Saints as we should have. And everybody forgot. that Cliff Kingsbury told us that he can get rid of, or he's going to get rid of his play calling duties, right? We forgot about it because we got to win. No, that's the stuff you don't want to forget about, because truthfully, the accountability needs to be given to these people in this leadership role. Your Cliff Kingsbury's, your Steve Keim. I can't say much about Michael Bidwell. This man's a billionaire, and I can't say much about him. He owns it. Unless somehow we all save up $7 billion, $6 billion to buy this off of him, it's moot to talk about Michael Bidwell. It's absolutely insane that the Arizona Cardinals made nothing happen today. Nothing. Not even getting rid of AJ Green. And I know it takes somebody, right? It takes two to tango. I agree with you there. It takes two to tango to get rid of somebody. I'm not foolish. I get it. I get it. But this right here was an absolute disaster for the Arizona Cardinals. They did nothing. Nothing. They told you Cardinal fans out there, this is the roster that's going to win you a Super Bowl. That's what they told you. Nothing needs to be changed. Don't look here. Nothing to see here, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be the roster right here. Your 3-5 Arizona Cardinals right here. This is going to be the team that's going to get you what you need to be, because we're always in games. Because every single week in the year 4 of Cliff Kingsbury, we're getting better, we're getting better, we're getting better. You're being fed a spoonful of lies, and it's been like that for years and years and years. And nobody wants to point it out. Why? Because the Arizona Cardinals have a lot of people on their payroll. A lot of people. Contracts. This right here is a fumbling from the Arizona Cardinals. Hard Knocks couldn't get here any sooner. I see you there, State 48. Hard Knocks couldn't get here any sooner, ladies and gentlemen, because let me tell you one thing right now. Every single episode of Hard Knocks I will be watching, and every single episode of Hard Knocks I will be making a reaction video to those videos to come out here and tell you guys what my thoughts are. Because truth be told, I know for a fact that this locker room ain't right. This locker room ain't right. Let me get to this contribution here from my guy, No F's Given. He says, if I win the lottery, I'll be making – there you go. Love it. That's what I want to hear, No F's Given. Love it. That's what we need to do. Hell yeah, that's what we need to do. Get Michael Bidwell out of this position. He's destroying this organization as his people that he has in charge, because they are doing nothing to make this team better. Nothing. I'm not sure if you guys saw this, but did you guys see the press conference from Isaiah Simmons? Did you guys see the press conference from Isaiah Simmons? Let me tell you one thing right now. Isaiah Simmons was trying to tell us something without trying to tell us something. I'm not sure if you guys saw it, but Isaiah Simmons was trying to tell us something without trying to tell us something. What he was saying? Eagles need to be checked at the door. It's crazy on what is going on with this Arizona Cardinal team. The same excuses over and over and over again. Self-inflicted. Why? Why are we doing this to ourselves every single week? Can't score a touchdown in the first quarter and we're in year 4? What's going on here? Let's take a look. Let me show you here real quick what Isaiah Simmons was trying to say. Now, I was going to make a video about this. I truly was. But I was like, no, I'm not going to go ahead and, put those, those thoughts in there. I want you guys to make your own kind of your own idea of what's this. But let's take a look at Isaiah Simmons. If you guys don't mind, I want to take a look at what Isaiah Simmons said here in his press conference. Listen to the way he says these things. And I want to hear what your guys' thoughts on this whole situation, because I got my own thoughts on what Isaiah Simmons is trying to say. And it doesn't feel like it feels good in the locker room right now. Let me just be the first to say that right now. So let me share my screen here real quick. 1 second. Let's get this situated. We're not going to listen to the whole entire 8 minutes. We're not going to do that. But I want to at least kind of give you a 2 to 3 minute kind of overview of what I heard, at least in my mind, so you guys can get a better understanding where I'm coming from. All right, let's share this bad boy up. Let's make this bigger. And let me know if you guys can hear it.
Isaiah, what's the feeling right now in the locker room being 3-5 and coming off that loss yesterday?
Just personally, I hate losing. I hate losing more than I like winning. And
I don't think he thought that was.
For me, I just feel like there's definitely things that need to be addressed, things that we need to clean up. No need to point fingers at anything. We're competing, we're in the games, but it's just we just gotta take it to another level. Just finishing things, playing complementary football, just feeding off of each other.
Close are you guys?
I think we have all the pieces. I just think, we just need to be adults, be professionals, and handle what we need to handle, and just continue just to grind each and every day.
To be adults and to be professional and handle what we can handle. Did you guys see the video in Twitter that's been circling around Twitter, basically with Isaiah Simmons cussing up a storm when the call didn't come in on the defensive play? I believe it was like 4th and 1 or 3rd and 1 for the Vikings. And this was in the Vikings game where Isaiah Simmons came out and told us, or he didn't say anything to us, but basically he was like, put the effing play in. Anybody see that video? How? How is this still happening? Put the egos out the door. This is what Isaiah Simmons is saying. We have the pieces. We just can't put it together. What I recommend you do, I don't want to bore you guys with showing you a press conference. I highly recommend you take a look at it. I honestly thought it was a very good press conference. I was going to make a video about it yesterday, but I'm like, no, I'm not going to try to put any narrative out there. But what I'm hearing from him is that there's problems within this locker room. We're not going to go ahead and point fingers. But we recognize that there's a problem within this locker room, self-inflicted things that are happening with the Arizona Cardinals, and nothing is doing anything to get fixed for it. Nothing. Nothing. Let me see if I can find that real quick clip here. Somebody tagged me in this quick. I believe it was in my mentions. Let me go to my Twitter page here real quick, ladies and gentlemen. And it's a lot to go through, and I apologize. If you guys don't follow me in any of my social platforms, definitely follow me on all my social platforms. Everything's in the description, as well as the handles are down there at the bottom. So go ahead and do that right now if you can. Here's the video that I want to show you guys here real quick. Now, big shout out to my guy, Corey here, for going ahead and sending this over to me. But check this out, y'all. Check this out. This is culture for you, ladies and gentlemen. Check. This is the frustration that fans are having to deal with here. And players.
I think that was you're about ready to run, then you see him open himself up, and you're like, oh my gosh, there he is. Let me get a completion. 4th and 1. Here we go.
Just as you predicted, Mark. Set it up in case they didn't get it. You see how good they are. 3 out of 4 on 4th.
You hear that? That's Isaiah Simmons. That's Isaiah Simmons saying, put the effing call. There's so much frustration going on within this locker room. And these press conferences that are coming out, they're going to give you very subtle things. Because they're getting paid from an organization that you need to zip it. Anything that's happening in the locker room, you keep that in the locker room. You keep that in the locker room. It is obvious. It's obvious. The only thing I can take away, the light at the end of the tunnel, is that Michael Bidwell came up to Steve Keim and told him, you are not making moves this around, because if we don't win this year with what you put together, you're gone. You and Mr. Cliff Kingsbury are gone. That's what I'm holding my hat to. I didn't expect the Arizona Cardinals to make a big splash play, I didn't expect it. And I made a video about it yesterday saying that I don't think we're going to get Bradley Chubb. I don't think we're going to get a big-time player. But I did expect the Arizona Cardinals to try to see what we can do to help out our offensive line. To try what we can do to maybe help get another piece in the secondary. I wasn't expecting a Bradley Chubb. I wasn't expecting these big-time players out there. I wasn't. Was I truly expecting something? Yeah, I was expecting something. Getting rid of AJ, getting another cornerback, getting another offensive line piece. Because this is what the fan base is saying right now, ladies and gentlemen. For the new people that are currently in here right now, this is the poll that I ended up putting together and I posted yesterday. Oh, I'm sorry, today, 5 hours ago. Per that screenshot, 5 hours ago. I said, how many games are the Arizona Cardinals going to win? And 56% of you said 5-7. That is not going to get us into the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a make or break it for the Arizona Cardinals. For all the fans that are out there that are trying to find the positive light at this team is as badly coached as it comes. Cliff, in my opinion, has lost his locker room. And I'm not trying to be like, oh my God, negative. And it seems like it is, right? It seems like, oh, Mike is always negative. Well, we're a 3-5 team. Do I need to have unicorns and rainbows coming out of my butt to lie to you guys? No, there's a real big problem with this Cardinals organization. There's a real big problem, and it starts at the top. If you don't believe Patrick Peterson, if you don't believe Tyrann Mathieu, if you don't believe David Johnson, then okay, that's your opinion. But there was focal pieces that needed to stay within this Arizona Cardinal organization. There was. Or handle it better. Handle it differently. Things aren't getting done correctly. And I think that's where the frustration is. Me personally, I come from a career of being in a leadership role. I come from that. And I'm very surprised to hear what we're hearing. Little notes on somebody's locker room chair. Notes. I'm going to print out the internet for you, Patrick Peterson. This is what the fan base is saying. The fan base can say whatever the heck we can say, right? We got a platform. Whatever. We can say whatever it is. But the moment that you, as somebody in the leadership, is putting down somebody that's within your organization, that's where you messed up. Although, yes, we agreed that Patrick Peterson didn't have it. We agree. But to get those printed letters or printed internet papers and putting it on your desk, that's where you need to stop. Let me get to this contribution here from my guy, Edward Ramirez. Appreciate you. He says, when will we start marching and protesting? It's going to happen very soon. Trust me. We got 3 division games here pretty soon, Edward. We got the Seahawks, we got the Rams, and then we got the 49ers coming up. The Seahawks are playing out of their mind. The culture within that team is ridiculous. The Rams, we never seem to beat them. The 49ers, it's right. We swept them last year, but I mean, it's half and half. We don't really know what's going to happen with the 49ers. We don't. Now, I'm seeing people in the comments, don't take my frustration saying that we should have kept these players. I'm saying it should have been handled differently, is where I'm coming from. If you're in a leadership role, it needs to be handled differently. I'm not saying pay David Johnson. I'm not saying pay Patrick Peterson, but those are things that you should not be doing. We got my guy Mikey coming. We will beat the Seattle Seahawks. Wait, watch, and see. Okay, Mikey, I appreciate you. Thank you so very much for being here, by the way. If we don't beat the Seahawks, can we stop putting this narrative out here? Can we stop putting this positivity out here? Because something's seriously wrong with this Arizona Cardinal team. Can we make a bet on that? Are you cool with that? Because truthfully here, most of the fan base it thinks that we're cooked. That let's pack it up. It's done. Cliff is dead man walking right now, ladies and gentlemen. That's what people are feeling at this very moment. Cliff's dead man walking. Do you see him in the press conferences? This man looks like he's got no passion. This man looks like his puppy was beaten. He looks deflated. Not motivated. Now, granted, nobody likes losing, right? I don't like losing either. Something needs to be done to inspire this team to get better. Something needs to be done. Pete Carroll, 70-plus-year-old man, jumping up and down with his young players. Culture. Culture. Let me get to the super chat. We got JK Gamer. He says, 49ers get CM and we get ... Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. Appreciate the contribution. I do see somebody in the comments here saying we need an OC. I think the days of getting an OC is over. There's no salvaging this. Like an OC coming in, unless it's Spencer Whipple, I mean, what's the point? Right? Because truly, if Cliff Kingsbury loses this job of play calling, why is Cliff Kingsbury here? Why? Why is he getting paid? RV Davey with the super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you so very much. There's no comment there, but I will try to see if I can look out for your comment if you have one. Thank you. If Cliff Kingsbury loses his play calling abilities, why have him? We know that this offense can't run without DeAndre Hopkins. We know. We've seen it. We've seen it. We know Kyler Murray's chances is very dependent on Hopkins being on the field. We know it. Cliff isn't some guru. Cliff isn't some guru that somehow got us, the 5, the 8, the 11 wins. He's not a guru. His success came from the coattails of Kyler Murray and his ability to do what he can do, as well as getting DeAndre Hopkins on the field. That is why Cliff Kingsbury has had a job for 4 years. But I've talked about Cliff Kingsbury since year 2, the moment that I knew that he didn't have that ice in his veins. I told you guys, this man should not be the Arizona Cardinals team or head coach. And one thing that people told me, well, we're getting better, Mike. We're getting better. We're a 5-win team, and then we're an 8-win team. And then the next year, we're an 11-win team. Everybody told me, chill, Mike. Chill. This man does not have ice in his veins. He can't get the job done. Then what's the point of having him? We have head coaches coming out, from different organizations and getting winning records from the get. What do we accept? We accept the latter. We accept the 5, the 8, and the 11. That's what we accept as Cardinal fans. And it's disgusting. We need to be better. We need to demand better. Sean McVay comes in with a double-digit wins, or at least 9 wins his first year. Kevin O'Connell, 6 wins for the Vikings this year. It's crazy. It's wild. If you have an opportunity, you need to seize it. And that's when I know if you're a good head coach or not. The second year when we needed to beat the Bears, when we needed to beat the 49ers or the Rams, do you remember that 2 years ago, ladies and gentlemen? When we were an 8-8 team, do you remember that? We had 2 games at the end of that season, and we played backup quarterback and backup quarterback. Do you remember that? 2 games that we absolutely needed to win. The 49ers and the Rams, and we played backup and a backup. And Cliff lost both. No ice in the veins. He can't get the job done. When the lights are shining the brightest, he cannot get the job done. Then why is he here? We lost to John Wolford, and we lost to, I believe it was Nick Mullins. It might have not been, I forgot who the other guy's name was. It might have not been Nick Mullins, but that was for the 49ers. We lost both those games when we needed to win. And what happened? The Bears got into the playoffs year 2. It's wild. It's wild. But Cardinal fans, right? We got the Cardinal fans on Twitter saying that I'm too negative. They got the Cardinal fans on Twitter trying to tag me when we win against the Saints. That's what we got going for us. We got the Cardinal fans on Twitter tagging me when we beat the Saints. Oh, check this out, Mike. You're so negative. Oh, look at us win. It's the Saints. We needed to beat them. We should have beat them. We have done nothing. Do you see the Raiders? The Raiders are an absolute dumpster fire. And what happened? The Raiders were beating the heck out of us until we saw Murray Magic come. Am I just speaking the truth or am I just being negative? Let me get to this contribution here. We got Demetrius. What's up, man? He says, can we please trade AJ Green for a decent lineman? Kyler's out there running for his life. Well, it's over now. I mean, we can't. The trade deadline has come and gone now at this very moment. It's over. 1 o'clock Arizona time / Pacific time. The trade deadline has happened and the Arizona Cardinals did nothing. They did zilch. Yeah, I mean, you're right. Right? Get somebody to help Kyler. I'm right there with you. We just didn't do anything. Let me get to Frank here real quick. He says, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Cliff Kings. Oh, I like that. Cliff K. I like that. Appreciate you, Cliff. I'm sorry. Frank. I'm sorry, Frank. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for the contribution. Yeah, I mean, it's wild. It's wild. It's absolutely wild. We need to do better, y'all. That's all I got to say. We need to do better as an organization. As a fan base, we need to demand better. We absolutely do. The days of let's turn this off, right, when we lose. Because that's one thing that I noticed a lot, right? Cardinal fans. When we don't win, we don't want to talk about the Cardinals. We don't. Turn it off. It's over. Football's done for Sunday. We're done. Let's go barbecue. Other fan bases, Miami, Philadelphia, heck, the Steelers, the 49ers, man, they could talk their team till they're blue in the face. Cardinal fans, we'll turn it off. I want to talk about it. Why? They suck. They're wasting my time. That's the problem. We're allowing Michael Bidwell to do what he does. We're allowing Steve Keim to do what he does. We're allowing Cliff Kingsbury to do what he does because we don't care when we lose. We're never going to get better until we demand better. It's not like I woke up one day and said my main mission is to bag on my Arizona Cardinals. No. It's history. The Arizona Cardinals have won nothing. The last 10 years, the Arizona Cardinals have never been to the Super Bowl. Everybody in the NFC West has been to the Super Bowl, except for the Cardinals. We're seen as the little brothers. We're no threat to anybody. And we're going to continue to be like that until Cliff Kingsbury stays where he's at. Rams fans, 49ers fans, Seahawks fans all told me it. Please keep Cliff Kingsbury. He's great for you. And what do Cardinal fans say? Oh, yeah. 5-8-11. Let's go. We're getting better. And I knew year 2, this man does not have ice in his veins. This man cannot take us to the promised land. And that is the goal. The goal isn't to be mediocre. The goal isn't to ride the fine line of mediocrity. No, the plan and the goal for every single year is the Super Bowl. And not a Super Bowl ring, like the great BA used to say. Just like the great Bruce Arians used to say, not a Super Bowl, we want a Super Bowl ring. That's the demand. That's the expectations of every single year that you're putting out here. And the Cardinal fan, we don't do nothing. Chill. Snowbird weather. We're here. Most fans here in Phoenix, they're all different fan bases. You got freaking 49er fans. You got Packers fans. You got fans from places that are thousands of miles away. I think I have a neighbor that's a Steeler fan. What the heck? Wild. Ethan says, just signed a free agent line. Are you serious? Did we really just sign somebody? Did we really? Let me take a look here. Give me a second, y'all. Did we really sign somebody? Appreciate the super chat, by the way, man. Let me look into it here real quick. I'm doing a little investigation, a little research here on my end to see if we are. I don't see anything here. If you can tell me who reported it, I would be gladly to look into it. But I mean, I wouldn't put it past the Arizona Cardinals to get a linebacker, right? I wouldn't put it past the Arizona Cardinals to get a linebacker. We got somebody saying epic troll. I mean, hey, if you donated, it's all good. Appreciate you, Ethan. Thank you so very much for the culture. Thanks so much. Adam Schefter, you said? Okay, let's take a look at Adam Schefter. Let's take a look at this bad boy. Let's see what's going on here. Adam Schefter. Let's see what you got here. Oh my goodness, you're right. Oh, disgusting. Who did we get? Who? Disgusting. They're right, ladies and gentlemen. They are absolutely right. I appreciate you, Ethan. Thank you, everybody, for letting me know. You guys are the real MVP. I appreciate you guys. This is the latest Arizona Cardinal acquisition, ladies and gentlemen. Can we get some fire emojis? We are winning the Super Bowl, everybody. Let's freaking go. Linebacker Camus, whatever / Hill is signing with the Arizona Cardinals per source. He led the Texans with 108 tackles. Oh, my God. We're going to the Super Bowl. Let's go. Who? Can somebody clip this for me? Who? We're not making any trades and we got who? Another linebacker? Who? Who is this guy? Shefty. Adam. Please tell me we're winning the Super Bowl now. Who? Let me get to these contributions here real quick. Appreciate you guys. We have Julian up in here with the super chat. He says, sadly, this franchise will be poverty while Bidwell is still our owner. Absolute embarrassment of a franchise with management and coaching. I 100% agree, my dude. I 100% agree with you. And I really do hope somebody went ahead and clipped that because I want you to post that on social media. Tag me on Twitter if you have it because I am to my wits' end at this very moment, ladies and gentlemen. The Arizona Cardinals has laughed in our face and said that this team is going to win with what we have right now. And of course, lo and behold, we just got a signing, ladies and gentlemen. This man right here is going to take us to the promised land because he led the Texans. He led the Texans with tackles. Come on. Let's get to this contribution here real quick. He says, can I get a haul? What's up, dude? Appreciate you. As a Drama1, ER1, appreciate you guys for coming through. Thank you so very much for the contribution. Got my guys in the chat saying good depth. Oh my God, we're talking about depth right now. Another contribution coming from Eli says Hard Knocks is going to be hard to watch. Bro, I'm stoked of Hard Knocks, honestly. I'm stoked about Hard Knocks. Like legit, I'm stoked about Hard Knocks. Every single day you get a video, I'll be doing a reaction video to it because I know something deep is going down here. I know something deep's going down here. I know it. Something's bad in this locker room, and it's obvious. You don't need to be a social, but you just need to know people. That's all you need to do. You don't need a degree. You don't need to know people, how they talk, how they look, they look defeated in their eyes. You look at a man in the eyes and you know he looks defeated, just like me right now. That's what you need to do. That's it. I sure hope somebody clipped that who because I want to see that on social media here pretty soon. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Let's get to my guy Tony here with the $5 donation. He says, "Need to get rid of Cliff and Steve Keim. I'm sick and tired of this. And if we don't win next week, I'm going to make a sign to get rid of this cancer on this team." You're not alone, man. You're not alone. This next game is going to be here, right? It's going to be here in Arizona. We got the Seahawks coming up here. Seahawks coming up. So, I mean, it's a winnable game. It's just, can we get the job done? Can we get the job done? But I agree. It's crazy what we're seeing. It really is. And I'm honestly, truly, I'm sorry for everybody in this chat. Like, if you're a Cardinal fan, I'm absolutely I apologize to you. And I know I have nothing to apologize for, but I got nothing else to say. This is our organization. This is the Arizona Cardinals. For all the new fans that have come in through the Kyler era, welcome. I appreciate you guys for being here. But the harsh reality is we get slapped in the face year in and year out. Year in and year out. It's the harsh reality of the Arizona Cardinals. Let me get to this. Actually, if you guys haven't done this already, definitely do me one huge favor. Smack the like button. Smack it up. Come on, do it for the culture. If you guys haven't done so already, I haven't took a look at the like count at this very moment, but definitely smack it up. It's not fun to talk Arizona Cardinals, especially when I'm this, what's the word? Colorful, upset. But here I am. We're here. We're having a therapy session with one another. So thank you. Let's get to Demetrius. Appreciate you for another super chat. Thanks a lot. He says, if the deadline is over and we're keeping Cliff, we are doomed. Not being negative, but real. Name me one guaranteed win coming up. Y'all sound delusional. Facts. 100%. We got back-to-back-to-back division games, ladies and gentlemen. Back-to-back-to-back division games. And we know how those can be, right? We got the Seattle Seahawks playing out of their mind. We got the Rams, who are our daddies. Admit it or not, they have our number. We've beaten them once in the last 4 years, right? And then after that, we got the 49ers, which are they're number 2 in the division right now because the Seahawks are number 1. It absolutely is a must win. 110%. Yeah, the deadline is over. Cliff is staying. Cliff is here, right? I mean, what else? It's crazy. It's absolutely wild. If you guys aren't following me on any of my social platforms, I highly recommend you do so. There you go. I got my guy Kenneth up in here right now. I got my guy Kenneth up in here right now going ahead and clipping me. I appreciate you, Kenneth. Thank you so very much for doing that. I appreciate the mustache as well. You just got a very good look of the mustache. My guy Kenneth came up clutch right here with the appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hoping we can get the soundbite of who with the Arizona Cardinals making this huge move that's going to get us a Super Bowl ring finally, right? With the Super Bowl ring. Oh, we got a Facebook watcher. What's up? We got Lamar up in here. It says, Third Gang Love. Absolutely. Win or lose, we're here, man. Win or lose, we're here talking about the Arizona Cardinals regardless. We might not be happy, but just like that meme is. You know, that old guy on that bench with that little umbrella? That's who we are. Just because we talk smack, it doesn't mean we don't care. We're here because we care. We're here because we care. Being negative, give me something to not be negative about. Do your job. You want me to be negative? Do your job. It's plain as that. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Do your job. And right now we're chilling, man. We're getting linebackers left and right. Linebackers left and right. All right, let's do this. We got about 10 more minutes in the stream here, and I want to make sure I get to your guys' comments. I appreciate everybody who super chatted, by the way. Thank you so very much for the contributions. It definitely helps out the channel grow tremendously. If you guys don't know, and I know it's not really a big deal to you guys, but I did make this my full-time thing, my full-time gig. So if you guys definitely want to obviously support the channel, best way to do it is become a channel member, smacking the like button. That's actually free. You don't have to do anything for it. It's just smacking the like button. That's all you need to do. Channel members, smacking the like button, as well as super chatting helps the channel grow out. This is my full-time thing, at least right now. I'm trying to build this up to where we can be in a level where we have more people watching, right? 500, 600, 1,000 people. That's what we're going to get to eventually, ladies and gentlemen. Baby steps, and we will get there. I just need your guys' help. Let's keep it reading into the comments here. Let's see here. Every game is a must-win. Absolutely, RV. Absolutely. Every game is an absolute must-win. 100%. 100%. And I know we got some new viewers coming through here. Just FYI, yes, I have a mustache. Yes, I lost a bet. That's the reason why I have a mustache. Just FYI. This wasn't a lifetime goal of mine. It just happened because obviously the Seahawks beat the Arizona Cardinals, and this is the result. Let's get to my guy Vince. What's up, Vince? He says, "What do you need to do now to turn this franchise around? We know Cliff and Kime are here for this year. I mean, long-term goal, you can't have them. It's just simple. You can't have them. It's simple as that. Biggest reason why, right? Everybody's saying get rid of Cliff before you get rid of Kime, right? Now, and I understand where you're coming from, right? You want the immediate results. You want to see a different person, and I get where you're coming from. But the thing is that Cliff Kingsbury was the one who hired. Steve Kime was the one who hired Cliff. Steve Kime, I truly do believe, was the guy who hired Wilkes. Now, granted, Michael Bidwell, his buddy, came out with his little bow tie and said, "Oh no, this was on me. Wilkes was my hire." To save the butt of Steve Kime, he came out and took the fault for Wilkes. But Steve Kime hired a collegiate level head coach that had no NFL experience. No NFL experience. Came in, he said, "I'm going to partner you with Kyler Murray. This is going to be a rock and roll situation. We are going to the top." No accountability, no leadership. This is the result. It's funny that the social media world, they always want to give us a victory speech. They always do, right? When we win, they take us into the locker room. They show us what's going on. They don't show us what's going on in the locker room when we lose. They don't show us what's going on in the locker room when we lose. Show me that. That's why I'm excited about Hard Knocks. Can we turn this around? Or no? You can still turn it around. I mean, technically, the numbers, we can still turn this around. We can technically still turn it around. We have 9 games left, right? If we win every single 9 game, we'll be a 12-5 team. Now, is that possible? I mean, you're going to ask positive people out there and they're going to be like, "Oh yeah, we'll win 12 games, bro." Like, be honest with yourself. Like, technically on paper, we have 9 games left. So yeah, anything's possible. We just need to continue win. Stack up the wins and then everything else will kind of follow suit. That's just what you need to do, right? The best way to turn this around, the best thing to do to turn this around, win. Win. Because Cliff Kingsbury, at one point, he told us he's going to do anything. Cliff Kingsbury told us out of his mouth, he's willing to do anything to get us a win. Anything. And somebody asked him, "Are you willing to get rid of play calling or, take that duty off?" And he said, "Yeah, I'm willing to take that. I'm willing to take it off." What happened? The Saints came up. He looked like a genius again. People forgot what he said. And then we're looking into the Vikings. Is somebody going to ask him, "Hey, are you going to get rid of play calling now that we lost?" No, I was going to ask him. They're going to forget. They're going to forget. They're going to forget. But Cliff should get rid of his play calling. He should. And if that doesn't work, the scheme ain't working. If that doesn't work, Kyler Murray ain't working. But one thing I've told you guys and I'm going to continue to say it, there's no way in heck we're going to get rid of Kyler Murray. I know there's a lot of people that hurts their blood on the inside because they don't like Kyler, and I get it. Okay, that's fine. That's your guys' opinion. But there's no way in heck the Arizona Cardinals will get rid of Kyler before they get rid of the other 2 clowns. There's no way in heck. At least, hope not. At least I hope not. ESPN says Cliff should never had a job. I'm right there with you. Well, keep in mind, I know we have a lot of new subscribers that have just joined the AZ Sports fan community. I really do appreciate you guys for coming through. If this is your first time here, definitely subscribe it up, right? I think we gained another 4 more subscribers just on this on its own. So thank you everybody for subscribing. If you don't follow me on any of my social platforms, definitely do that right now. It is here in the description of this video, as well as the handles are going to be right there as well. So just FYI, follow me, especially on Twitter. I'm very, eventful on Twitter as well, or active. I guess I would say active. But I forgot my train of thought. I think I was talking about, is this still salvageable? Oh yeah, ESPN, right? ESPN. Yeah, well, yeah, that's funny. That's the funny thing, right? ESPN says it, and then people trying to change the narrative in their head. I've been talking about firing Cliff Kingsbury since year 2. The end of year 2, I was like, nah, bro. The end of year 3, I was like, nah, bro. He doesn't have it. Doesn't have the ice in the veins. Alex says, why keep Kyler? Because we can't move off of him. The contract is harder to get rid of as a player than coaches. That's why. Unless you trade for Kyler Murray, unless somebody wants Kyler Murray, and is willing to take that contract, then we can move off of him. That's why. That's why. Contracts are hard to get rid of for players, especially guaranteed contracts, which I believe Kyler Murray's $160 million guaranteed. Bidwell is not going to eat all that. No way in heck is he going to eat all that. Steve Keim and Cliff Kingsbury, they're getting paid millions of dollars as well, but it's probably single digits as opposed to the $30 million guaranteed or plus $30+ million guaranteed for Kyler. So it's easier to get rid of them than it is for your franchise quarterback. Yeah, I mean, like I said, if somebody trades from him, then somebody trades from him. You know, that's a completely different story. I personally wouldn't. Russell Wilson looks garbage. Just FYI, he looks bad. Let's keep it going with the comments. We got my guy Mario says, y'all don't know our franchise with y'all don't know what a friend. Yeah, I mean, I agree with that too. He's still young too. Like Kyler Murray is really young still. Like it's not like I don't want to get off of Kyler yet. I really don't. I don't want to get off of Kyler. And yeah, you probably can call me a homer. That's cool. Like I'll take it. And even if I'm wrong, I'll eat it. It's fine. If I'm wrong, I'll eat it. I'll eat crow. Right now, I still believe Kyler is going to be the guy that's going to get us a consistent level. I just don't think Cliff is. Just don't think Cliff Kingsbury is the dude. Brent says mustache. Yeah. Mustache. I lost the bet. That's the reason why. Yeah, I mean, I truly do believe that Cliff has this job because of Kyler. Facts. Cliff has kept his job as long as he has because of Kyler Murray. And I get it. Kyler Murray has flaws. He does. Kyler Murray has flaws. He does. But Kyler Murray has made this team better. And we've seen greatness. We've seen flashes. We just need to get somebody in Kyler Murray's face that's like BA. Or maybe a little less than BA. Maybe less BA. But you know what I mean? Like somebody kind of like that. I feel like that's what we need in this team. We need a new leadership. We need a new voice. We need somebody to lead by example. That's what we need. Keeping with the comments here. It says, man, I hope Steve could make a trade for bringing Burns. What do you think? Oh my God. None of you guys know. Oh my God. Y'all, the trade deadline is over. Oh, it's over. The trade deadline ended an hour ago. It's done. It's cooked. The Cardinals made no moves. It's done. Oh my God. My people. Y'all. Watch my videos, y'all. I got you. Oh, it's over. Oh, yeah, it's done. The Cardinals did nothing. We did zilch. Absolutely goose egg what the Arizona Cardinals did. We did nothing. And I think that's where people are frustrated. Oh, yeah, it's gone. Come and gone, ladies and gentlemen. Come and gone. It's over. Cardinals did nothing. And as fans, we got to go ahead and sit here and eat it. Nothing we can do but complain, post on Twitter, try to rally it up, be pissed off. It's all we can do. It's all we can do. But let me tell you this right now, ladies and gentlemen. This has to be the year that Steve and Cliff are over. That's my light at the end of the tunnel. That's my light at the end of the tunnel. I'm hoping and praying the reason why we didn't win this or why we didn't make any moves is that Michael Bidwell said, you better win with what you have. If you don't win with what we have, you're done. I'm hoping. That's my light at the end of the tunnel. So I'm not extremely pissed off. I didn't expect the Bradley Chubb. I didn't expect, anything big. I didn't. I was hoping for some pieces, right? Maybe some O-line depth, maybe a cornerback that can beat out Marco Wilson. That's what I was hoping for. But the Cardinals did nothing. Nothing. Zilch. Goose egg. It's over. And then we got Rodney Hudson. Oh my God, Rodney Hudson, ladies and gentlemen, this man is highway robbering the Arizona Cardinals right now. Highway robbery. Highway robbery the Arizona Cardinals right now. I ended up posting something on Twitter, and like I said, if you guys don't follow me on my social platform, please do so right now because I give you more stuff on there. Highly recommend you do so. Just FYI. I made a post, it was a few hours back. It was definitely around like 10 a.m.-ish. But this is what I said, and it's pertaining to Rodney Hudson. If you don't agree with me, cool, no worries. If you do agree with me, cool. I said, I'm truly convinced that Rodney Hudson is tired of the Arizona Cardinals SHIT. This is why he's always injured and never playing. And I know somebody came out and said that, you know, in week 4, his money is guaranteed. He doesn't need to play. He's pretty much retired. Hudson has done nothing for the Arizona Cardinals this year. Nothing. A man that's been so sturdy, a man that's been so durable. Somebody called him Iron Man at one point because he was in every single game. He didn't matter. He didn't care. The moment he comes to the Arizona Cardinals, breaks like glass. Breaks like glass. And it's frustrating to see. It absolutely is. Let me get to this super chat from Not Mario. He says, once again, I will say it again, Kyler is good. Give him someone that can actually call play calls and build an O-line, which Kime can't do. He will be in the MVP race as he was last year. I mean, I agree. And I know, I get it, man, right? There's a lot of fans out there that want me to give more accountability to Kyler. I have. I mean, Grant, I know a lot of people don't watch every single one of my videos, and that's fine, right? That's fine. You know, you guys, you're busy. You guys got your lives, and that's cool. And I understand that. Kyler is the dude for us. I mean, he is, at least right now. Until the moment there is an announcement that he's traded away, then that's a different story for a different day. But as of right now, Kyler Murray's the guy. I want to see him with somebody different, somebody to build an offensive line, because you're right. The starting center that we had, Rodney Hudson, this man is poo. Bad. Where is he? Let me get to Vince. Vince, what's up, Vince? Thank you so very much. He says, do Cliff and Kime keep their jobs if we make the playoffs somehow, even with the bad record? That's a good question. It's a fantastic question. If you look at the NFC right now, Vince, there's no way the Arizona Cardinals are winning a playoff or an opportunity to get in like a wild card position unless it's the NFC West with less than like 9 wins, in my opinion, right? 9 to 8 wins. That's what we have to, at least 8 to 9 wins we need to win. I mean, I would say yes, but it just depends on how the NFC kind of really falls more than anything. The NFC East, they're playing lights out right now. Like, right? I think their team, we have a 7-0 team. We have a 6-win team. We have a 5-win team over there. So like 9 games left, their chances are better than the Arizona Cardinals, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. The Arizona Cardinals at least need to win 8 to 9 games to even be considered into a wild card spot, because the West, although, yes, it's open, we need a lot of dominoes to fall in our favor in order for us to get the West. But that will give you 100% you are coming in the playoffs if you win the West. 100%. 100%. Warner and Palmer didn't have the weapons Kyler has now. I mean, that's fair. Warner had Anquan Bolden. Warner had Larry Fitzgerald in his prime. And Warner had Steven Breston. If you don't know Steven Breston, he was good. He was a good slot guy. So Warner did have the weapons. He had a small sample size, if that makes sense. So he had less time. Obviously, it was like 2 or 3 years when he was a starter. So he had less time than Kyler. So I agree with you there. But Warner had weapons, y'all. Warner had weapons. He did. Larry Fitzgerald in his prime? Come on, man. Larry Fitzgerald in his prime? It's a thing to watch. Palmer, on the other hand, what he had? Larry Fitzgerald, Smokey, JJ. So, man, you might be right with Palmer. I mean, you might be right with there, right? I like Smokey. I really did. JJ Nelson was cool. He was very slender. and he can take the top off. He looked like he can break very easily. And then you had Larry, but Larry was getting older by then. Oh, and Michael Floyd. Yeah, Michael Floyd. What the heck? When Michael Floyd was with us before the DUI, he was actually producing. He wasn't great. He wasn't Anquan Bolden, but he was serviceable. Early Doucette. Yeah, there you go. Egerton James. Hines coming up clutch. Yeah, so Palmer had weapons, man. I know it's hard to not admit it, but Warner had weapons. Yeah, early Doucette, 100%. Egerton James, yeah. He did have weapons. Absolutely. Smokey Brown. Yeah. Smokey Brown was cool, man. John Brown, he was good. JJ Nelson was slight, kind of like Smokey, maybe a little faster, but just slight, man. Slender. Slender as they come. But appreciate everybody for coming through. We have hit our hour mark, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't see anybody who's clipped that video right now. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to clip it up and kind of see where we go from there. Thank you, everybody who's recently followed me here on Twitter. I'm starting to build a fan base here on Twitter. So thank you, everybody, for following me there. I do have an Instagram as well. Definitely go ahead and follow me on Instagram. And then subscribe to the AZ Sports Fan here on YouTube. We got another thing that we want to hit, right? 11K, 12K, 15K. So definitely subscribe it up if you truly did enjoy this live stream. Thank you, everybody, for coming through. The Arizona Cardinals, again, did nothing. Absolutely zero zilch for the Arizona Cardinals, and the trade deadline has come and gone, and we will have to kind of wait and see how it all shakes out for the Arizona Cardinals with the next 9 games. All right, everybody, appreciate you guys for coming through. Have a great rest of your day. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. Smack the like button if you guys haven't done so already. Smack it up. Appreciate you guys for coming through. Have a great rest of your day, and as always, go Cards.